Genesis chapter 34, KJV Trivia. Genesis chapter 34, question 1. Who was Dinah's mother? A. Rebekah, B. Leah, C. Hagar, D. Zilpah. The correct answer is B. Leah, found in Genesis 34, verse 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Genesis chapter 34, question 2. Who was Shechem's father? A. Jacob, B. Esau, C. Hamor, D. Shem. The correct answer is C. Hamor, found in Genesis 34, verse 2a. And when Shechem the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country. Genesis chapter 34, question 3. Who defiled Dinah? A. Shem, B. Esau, C. Hamor, D. Shechem. The correct answer is D. Shechem, found in Genesis 34, verses 1 and 2. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her, and lay with her, and defiled her. Genesis chapter 34, question 4. Who did Shechem speak to and tell them to get Dinah to wife? A. Jacob, B. Shem, C. Esau, D. Hamor. The correct answer is D. Hamor, found in Genesis 34, verses 3 and 4. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father, Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. Genesis chapter 34, question 5. How did Jacob's sons react when they heard that Dinah was defiled? A. They were happy and excited. B. They were sad. C. They were grieved and wroth. D. They did not react. The correct answer is C, found in Genesis 34, verse 7. And the sons of Jacob came out to the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel, in lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. Genesis chapter 34, question 6. Who asked Jacob and his sons to give Dinah to Shechem to be his wife? A. Esau, B. Hamor, C. Shem, D. Dan. The correct answer is B. Hamor, found in Genesis 34, verse 8. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give her him to wife. Genesis chapter 34, question 7. Who suggested that they should take each other's daughters as wives? A. Jacob. B. Jacob's sons. C. Shechem. D. Hamor. The correct answer is D. Hamor, found in Genesis 34, verses 8 through 10. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give her him to wife, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. Genesis chapter 34, question 8. What did Jacob's sons say that Shechem and Hamor needed to do before they could give Dinah to Shechem to wife? A. Shechem needed to apologize. B. Every male be circumcised. C. Shechem was to give a double dowry. D. Shechem needed to be circumcised. The correct answer is B, found in Genesis 34, verses 13 through 15. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor, his father, deceitfully, and said, Because he had defiled Dinah, their sister. And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Genesis chapter 34, question 9. Who slew all the males that were circumcised after the third day? A. Simeon and Levi. B. Jacob and Esau. C. Sodom and Gomorrah. D. Ham and Shem. The correct answer is A, found in Genesis 34, verses 24 to 25. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that the two sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city bodily, and slew all the males. Genesis chapter 34, question 10. What were the names of Dinah's brothers? A. Sodom and Gomorrah. B. Jacob and Esau. C. Simeon and Levi. D. Ham and Shem. The correct answer is C, found in Genesis 34, verse 25. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that the two sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city bodily, and slew all the males. Genesis chapter 34, question 11. After Simeon and Levi slew all the males, what did they do next? A. Slew all the women. B. Slew all the children. C. Slew all the livestock. D. Spoiled the city. The correct answer is D, found in Genesis 34, verses 27 through 29. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house. Genesis chapter 34, question 12. What did Jacob's son say to Jacob when he expressed concern of all the other inhabitants of the land coming after them for what they have done? A. We will war with them. B. They will not outnumber us. C. They will not come after us. D. Should they deal with Dinah as a harlot? The correct answer is D, found in Genesis 34, verses 30 and 31. And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me, to make me stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I, being few in number, they shall gather themselves against me, and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, Should he deal with our sister as an harlot?